Ever feel like you're doing everything, helping, supporting, working hard, yet no one seems to notice? It's like being an invisible superhero. You save the day, hold everything together, and still no one says thank you. But here's the thing. Just because they don't see your value or speak your value doesn't mean it's not there. Today we're going to talk about what to do when you feel unappreciated, whether at work, in relationships, or in life. And let's be real, we've all been there. Listen, the key isn't to demand that others appreciate you. It's for you to recognize your worth without needing outside validation. Feeling unappreciated isn't just about other people ignoring you. It's also about how you perceive your own value. Sometimes we expect appreciation to come from certain sources, like our boss, our spouse, our friends, our family, and when it doesn't, we feel overlooked. Why does this happen? First, people take consistency for granted. If you always show up and deliver, if you're a reliable person, people will assume that you always will show up and deliver. 2, unspoken expectations. Sometimes we assume people should just know how hard we're working or how much of ourselves we're giving. And 3rd, we give without boundaries. Sometimes we overgive, thinking that it's going to earn us more appreciation. Think about the sun. It rises every day without fail. It gives us light and heat. Without it, we would die instantly. Be honest, in the last week, how many times did you think, man, I sure appreciate the sun? Probably you didn't. But imagine if it disappeared suddenly. Everyone would instantly realize how essential it is. Well, you are the sun in someone's life. They may not always say it, but your presence matters, and you have to remember that. Sometimes people don't express appreciation because they've grown accustomed to your greatness. You can't control how people respond to you, but you can control how you see yourself. The secret is stop looking for external validation and start recognizing your own worth. First, reframe appreciation. Instead of waiting for others to applaud you, applaud yourself. Acknowledge your own efforts and be your own cheerleader. Second, practice gratitude for yourself. Keep a journal or a brag file, whatever you want to call it, of what you've accomplished each day. And third, recognize small wins. Every step forward matters. Everything you do matters, even if no one acknowledges it. A 5-star chef doesn't wait for compliments before they make the next great dish. They cook because they know their process works. Start valuing what you bring to the table, even if no one claps. Never forget, appreciation starts with you. Don't wait for others to validate what you already know. You know you're important. You know you're essential. You know you're valuable. Being unappreciated doesn't mean that you should keep extending yourself. Sometimes the best way to gain respect is simply to set boundaries. Here's how. First, stop overcommitting. Your time and energy are valuable, and you only have so much of it. Use them wisely. Second, speak up. If you don't feel recognized, let people know how they can support you. And third, learn to say no. You don't have to do everything for everybody. Think of yourself as a smartphone battery. If you keep giving energy without ever recharging, you'll die. It's okay to take a step back and recharge yourself. Remember, you teach people how to treat you by how you treat yourself. Not every environment is going to appreciate you, and sadly, that's okay. Sometimes the best thing you can do is to leave spaces that don't value you. Here's 3 signs it's time for you to move on. First, you feel more drained than you feel fulfilled. Second, you're giving far more than you're receiving with no change in sight. And third, your mental and emotional health are suffering. Imagine being a plant in a dark room. No matter how much you try to grow, Without sunlight, it's impossible. You find an environment that gives you light, one that nurtures your potential. If the environment that you're in now doesn't see your worth, that's okay. Go where you're celebrated, not just tolerated. Listen, you are not here to beg for appreciation. You are not here to shrink yourself, waiting for someone else to notice your greatness. You're valuable simply because you exist. And if people don't see that, that's on them, not you. You don't need permission to be great. You don't need validation to keep shining. You're worthy, you're enough, and you matter. Today, I challenge you to do these 3 things for yourself. 1, think of just one valuable thing that you do for others that goes underappreciated. 2, find one way, just one, to show yourself appreciation today. 3, set one boundary, just one, that protects your energy. Remember, the right people will see your value without you having to prove it. So stop waiting for applause and start celebrating yourself. You are the sun. Keep shining, even if no one says thank you, because trust me, the world would be a much darker place without you in it.